cm and the standard deviation given is 4.5 cm. So now, how are we going to find it?
I don't know.
Okay, so first we're going to do, which is that we need to find the between. The question given is between 159 cm and 163.5 cm. So this is what we need to find. So as you guys can see, we can't solve it both of them. So we need to solve it by doing one by one. So the first one is we need to solve the 159 cm first, which is we need to do using the formula given, that is P bracket 159 minus with the mean given, that is 168.0. Cover the bracket and both of these number we need to be divided by the standard deviation given, that is 4.5. So as we already got how to do it, we need to solve the problem. So we're going to solve. So the answer for this both is -1. But we can't simply write -1. There will be deduction in that, so we need to write it correctly. For example, we need to write it like this: equal P bracket with Z less than -1. So this will be how the answer will be correctly written. So next we're going to solve this one. For us to solve this one, we need to do it the exact same way, that is using the P bracket with 163.5 cm minus with the mean given, that is 168.0, and both of these numbers we need to divide with the standard deviation given, that is 4.5. So we need to solve it. So how do we solve it? The answer will be, as I said, we cannot simply write it, right? So the answer will be P Z less than 0.2, as this will be the answer for this convention. So since we already got the answer -1 and -2, we need to solve it. So how do we solve it? So we need to refer to the table, negative table, not the positive table. So as you can see at the negative table, there is -1 equal to, we need to mostly the number will be positive and only will be negative, right? So of course we guys try to found this one. So negative 1 will be over here and negative 2 will be over here. So we appreciate the shaded region. So this is how the normal distribution graph is supposed to be. So that's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Farhana and today I'm going to elaborate question 2a. As you can see the question that we have given, so I'm here to find the probability that its mass lies between 570 and 610. As stated in the question, the mean is 600 and the standard deviation is 20. So first we need to do like this. P in the bracket 570 minus 600, which is the mean, divide by 20, which is the standard deviation, less than z, less than 610 minus 600, divide by 20. So we will get P in the bracket negative 1.5 less than z, less than 0.5. So the normal distribution graph will look like this. Once we done with the graph, we need to find the shaded region. So 0.9332 plus 0.6915 minus 1. To get these two numbers, we need to refer to the positive table using these two numbers. So the final answer is 0.6247. Thank you.
So me and Nana will explain the question 2b. So for question 2b, what are we need to find? So we need to find the class exceeded 7% of the letters. So first of all, we need to change the 7% into another word, another number, which is 7 over 100 and multiple by 1, so we're going to get 0.07. So the question is why 1? Because the graph is 1, is equal to 1. So now how are we going to solve it? So first we need to use 1 minus 0.07, which is equal to 0.93, approximately more close to 1.48. So if you look at 1.48 in the table, in the positive table, you're going to find the number there 0.9306. So but we cannot simply write it, right? So we need to use the proper way to write it, which is P bracket C less than 1.48 close the bracket and then 0.9306, which is the number that you are going to find in the positive table. So since you guys know that it's 0.07, so it's supposed to be positive. So this is how the graph is supposed to be looking like. So now I'm going to give it to Hannah.
So to find x, we need to use this formula. Z equal to x minus mean divided by standard deviation. So it will be 1.48 equal to x minus 600 divided by 20. To solve this, we need to multiply 1.48 with 20 equal to x minus 600. So we get 29.6 equal to x minus 600. So x will be 29.6 plus 600. So the final answer is 629.6. That's all from this.